So, how do we report? We've just talked about reporting. When you are going to report, you need to be ready with the child's name, the suspected abuser's name and details. That's their phone number or their address or whatever information you have. And then describe what happened. If there are pictures that you captured, show your evidence. Now, if there were witnesses, you need to also share their names and their contact numbers. And you need to provide your name and phone number. This is how we report. Give the right information so that they can follow up. Because if you just call anonymously without a child's name, the abuser's name, and all that, how will they follow up? Nothing. Okay, you will need the child, you need the police to investigate, and it might take too long for them to do that. So here are NGOs and child protection agencies. Most of them are in Nigeria, but the NGOs have offices outside of Lagos. So we see somebody talked about NATPIM, NAPTIP, which is the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons. So if a child, for example, is working as a servant and is being abused, because that's child abuse, by the way. Some of us here, I'm sure, have children in their houses that are being abused. Yeah, in Nigeria and Nigerian culture, I don't know how you can be a teacher and you can have a child that you claim to be helping, and your children are having a good day, a good time being served by a child who is younger than them, and the child does not have enough time to sleep. And when the child goes to school the following morning, they're sleeping in class. You're abusing that child. If you're a teacher here who has a child in your house who is a servant, you're abusing the child. These are some of the things we need to educate Nigerians about. You cannot have a child serving in your house with a clear conscience. You cannot. You're an abuser, I'm sorry to say. If anybody here has a child house help, you're abusing the child. Don't tell me you're trying to help the child. If you were trying to help the child, you would treat that child like your own child. The child will not be a house help. You would have a house help in your house, or you would do most of the work, and the child would be like any of your children. So that's one of the most common abuses. And NAPTIP is in charge of such abuses. It's child trafficking. The fact that the government is not enforcing the law does not mean you should go and break that law. Okay, so that's one. Then you have the CCERA Foundation, which I think is about sexual, you can report sexual abuse and such things to them. Okay, we have the Directorate of Citizens' Rights in Lagos State. We have Women at Risk International in Lagos, and some of these organizations have offices somewhere else. You have the Legal Aid Council. They're usually everywhere within the country. We have the National Human Rights Commission. You can report to them. You can see their websites and their phone numbers. If you're not sure, call any one of them. They will tell you where to go to in government. Office of the Public Defender. If you're being abused, I mean, a child is being abused, or maybe an adult, you can go there. Child Protection Network. Their email address and their website is okay. Their email address is there. You can contact them. Then the Lagos University Teaching Hospital has counseling and psychotherapy services for those who need counseling. Lagos State Ministry of Youth and Social Development, you will see all your you they have a child protection unit. Then you have the domestic and sexual violence response team. That's the team to call, number one, if a child is being abused in Lagos State. Then you have the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development all over Nigeria, federal and state ministries. Then if you're in Lagos, you have all of these phone numbers that you can use to report. Okay, so let's see what your comments are before we close this part of the session. Um, Please, we need more of the names of some of these viable agencies in Abuja. Okay, so that's a request. Those of you who have them can also report them here. But what if talking to the parents? Let me see. What if talking to the parents in a subtle manner about neglect, and the parents turn it in the other way around against the teacher or school? How will you handle such matters? Your safeguarding policy will handle that for you. Safeguarding protects you. If you don't have a safeguarding policy, well, you're on your own when you do these things. If you have a safeguarding policy, it will stipulate some of the actions your school needs to take. And if you're taking those actions, then the school is protecting you. And if the school is protecting you, they're safeguarding the children also. at the same time. Okay, I think NGOs functions better and are always swift. Police departments may take eternity. Okay, I don't know. CCERA is an NGO that handles child abuse in Nigeria. Check them out. Okay, I've given you the information. And ANPPCAN is a Pan African network that promotes child rights and child protection in Africa. Thank you very much. I'm not seeing any of these slides that are being referenced to. That's your internet. I hope somebody can see my slides. Can you please confirm that you can see my slides? How do you handle cases of underage students in marriage engagement they do not want to go into? Please report to the agencies that can handle it. Do not try to handle those things yourself. They're very sensitive matters. Phone numbers, contacts are not being seen by me. Okay, so my slides are there and people are confirming they can see them. Thank you, everybody, for joining me in this session. This information is still within the training room on the Padlet.